Good morning, traders. Let's do a sound test. Can you guys hear me? Hello, can you guys hear me? Hi, Luis, can you hear me? Awesome. So let's look at the SPY. SPY, after the news of yesterday, it fell off, came down with the volume yesterday and is a continuation of coming down. And the Nasdaq looks also very similar. It's coming down. And now the question is, what market going to do? It seems like the market might want it to come down a little bit today. SPY, Nasdaq, Dow, gold, crude oil, natural gas, all are red. And with this, let's check it out what the Bitcoin stocks were doing. Um, Nothing much at this point, also negative. So let's see what I do not have that many stocks on my gappers list, but there are some good continuation of yesterday showing up on my scanner, and some are like this. Okay, so let's look at the CVAC. CVAC 40, 1% down, and if you look at the intraday, you know, in the morning it moved back up, found the resistance on 58, and then came down and found the support, and right now in between the range. So we don't know what is going to happen, but definitely we can keep this into our listing. So let me just put as a secondary list CVAC. Okay, so there are some stocks which are from yesterday. Let me just delete that, and some I wanted to keep it. So I will tell you what I need to keep it and what are the stocks I need to remove it. Okay, so NET, I wanted to keep it. NET is on my our extended. We are stocking from last few days. I think today it is setting up to fail. If it's go below 93, you know, it might give us a momentum to coming down. So if you look at the yesterday 5-minute chart, Yesterday, 93.40 was a beautiful support. It broke once and then moved back up, and then it rallied. Right now, it's really curling on that support, and if it's break again the 93.40, uh, then it could be an interesting move down. Just make sure 93.40 would be in support, and then there is also another support is a 92.63. Okay, let's look at that. NET I will put into my list. Since market is coming down, Oracle yesterday had a good support on under 77. So it bounced back from many time on the 77 support. What we going to do, I'm going to right now it is already underneath of the 77 support, and if you look at the daily, I think that there is potential to continue the momentum and coming down here until the 74. So let's keep this two stock from yesterday for sure into a list. uh, so now we have Oracle, we have FCX, we have Net, we have CVAC, and let's look at some of the gappers here. So Ride. So Ride is 6.3% down. Doesn't really look interesting. Let's look at the run. Run is the though it's not have a good volume, but it is in the gap. It's a 4% gapper. So look at the volume is not that great. Just look at the quickly the daily. How does the chart look like? So if you look at the charting, 48 is an interesting support. 50 is now it's holding this 50 support. So let's mark the 50 as a beautiful support. And now what we need to see that whether the stocks with whether this hold this 50 40, which was the aftermarket high, and there is a support here around the 49.70 and the 49.20. So I will put the run as well for the longs. If the market move up, then this can be an interesting one. I also going to put the wish in my gapping list. If the market move up, wish could be a good potential to move back up. What is I don't have anything else. What about you guys? Do you have anything else to look at it? Louis, are you looking something? It's gapping down, but no volume here. Yeah, so CVAC, I have just discussed the CVAC. So CVAC C is a 43% down hybrid, and it is really a big gap. So what happened here, if you look at the price action, it came down, got a beautiful support around 43, and then after market hours, then after the initial reaction is just moved back up in the pre-market, if gapped up, and then it lost momentum, found the after market hours high as a support, and now again is moving back up. So the question is that whether it's going to lose the support and move down, I don't know, because it's really big gap. uh, what I don't know what is the news, what a catalyst here that, but after the initial reaction, I don't see any further downward momentum. So definitely right now it's a very it seems like it's going to be very volatile. Look at this, each candle is almost $2, from 51 to almost 53. So it's really going to be challenging to trade, hard to manage. Just go to small size if you want to trade, and make sure that you stay within those ranges, because this ranges is going to be an important one, which has been created. If you look at the 30-minute charts, this top is the 58, bottom is the 50. So might be just gonna move around, chop around, and yeah, it could be very dangerous because and it's volatile. If you look at this, it was $100, now at the 53, and each candle is almost $3. So, and if the last 30 minutes range is from 49 to 54, almost $5 range in 30 minutes. So it could be either way. Once we find the suitable formation and the trend, then we can join, but just stay away from initially. I would really appreciate guys to give a thumbs up. Um, let's look at the N. Yeah, I think NVOX. I think that's you're saying. Uh, what is NVOX or NNOX? NNOX. So NOOX is a 10% gapped up. If you remember here, this day it gapped up to 65, and then it is just sold off the whole day, and after that it's just selling off. And now it found the support underneath of a $19, and today is gapping up. So now the question is that what's going to happen today, right? That is interesting one to know. So now if you look at the 5-minute chart, uh, so if you look at it, the market was closed here, and then after market hours it was very flat. In the pre-market also it opened very flat, but then it just with the low volume it moved back up, and then the big volume come at 8 o'clock, and after 8 o'clock move it just coming down. So right now I don't see any bullish trend. But what happens sometime that the stock might gonna cover all the gap and then just move back up, right? So wait for the stock to give you a direction. It can be traded both direction. So just wait for the direction to confirm and then do it. Clearly, I can see the support around 92, 92.15 is a resistance here, and 91.72 and the support here. And let's see that whether any other support has been created under $30. So guys, any other stock you guys want me to look at it? Okay, and then in the extended stocks, you can even, I say one is NET. You can also look at the Doku. Doku, if you look at it in the daily chart, is really extended, but it has to lose the $250 support before we do anything. But if the market comes down, then this stock might have a potential. But you look at it that yesterday market gap down or turned red, but this stock didn't turn red, right? So could be today. We need to see. But if it has to hold reject this support of 250. So I will play some continuation Oracle NET uh, run in case the market move back up, and the wish if the market move back up. Anything else I see here? Also in extended stock, we can look at AFRM. AFRM is really from $48 to move to $70 in just a 1 month, and now it is holding this. Let's put it here. If it's come below these levels, as market, uh, so this is a big support under 66.35, but if it's come below the 66.35, then could be a good potential to go down. All right, guys. So if you don't have anything else to ask and there is nothing else, then we can just close the session today. So there are not many stocks because I think market is still evaluating what need to be done based on the yesterday, information. So we need to wait and see the how markets unfold. All right. Okay. So let's close this and good luck to all of you guys.